Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Okay, let's get a check of our midweek weather,
Oh,
shall we?
lots to talk about there, Cedric.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a big pattern change is heading our way. Let's just set the stage here for this pattern change. I want to talk about how dry it's been recently here at the Salt Lake City Airport. It's been 29 days. You got to go back to September the 17th before we had more than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall in St. George. 54 days. August the 23rd was the last time we had some good measurable rain, and that's about to change across the Beehive State. Let's look at these high temperatures. It was another warm day with these numbers 10 to 15 above average, upper 70s to near 80 across the north, and we had temperatures up to the low to mid 80s down towards St. George this afternoon. Making plans to head out for some Friday night football. It seems like we just keep getting lucky. The fact that we've got Friday night football for your Beehive Blitz coming up on Wednesday night. Look at these temperatures in the mid 70s along the Wasatch Front for kickoff. Clouds will be on the increase, and notice in St. George, low 80s there with those clouds thickening up as well. Could even have a spotty shower up along the Wasatch Front by the end of the game. But as we mentioned, here comes the big pattern change, the very warm air we had in place. Today is kind of the last day of that, because as we go into the next 24 hours, we get that first surge of cooler air that's going to begin to build into the Beehive State from the north and west. But that's just the first surge. The second surge comes in with more moisture, and by the time we get towards your Friday, we're not only talking about some much colder weather, we're talking about precipitation, and it's going to feel and look more like winter around the Beehive State than the summer-like conditions we've been getting used to. So as we look at the weather map, here's our first system here off to the north and west. This front with some of that deeper moisture that comes through tonight heading into Thursday, and then the second wave with the colder air and more moisture rotates in as we get into Thursday night into Friday, and that's when we're going to really start to notice those snow levels dropping and that rain starting to mix with and change over to snow in spots. So notice as we go throughout your Thursday morning, those snow levels still fairly high up towards about 7,000, 8,000 feet, but by the time we get towards Thursday evening, we're going to see those dropping down towards the high benches. We'll be dropping them all the way down to the lower elevations as we get down towards your Friday morning, potentially as low as the valley floor. Not expecting accumulations, but don't be surprised to see a little rain snow mix along the valley floors before it starts to rebound here. So with that being said, we've got winter storm warnings in effect for the Wasatch Mountains south of I-80. We've got the winter storm warnings for the Uintas over towards the eastern Uintas of the winter storm watch. We've got around the plateau areas a winter weather advisory and winter storm warnings for central and southern sections of the higher elevations across the Beehive State. Let's time it out for you with Futurecast. Here we go tonight. We'll start to see some spotty showers developing as that front oozes in tomorrow morning. Be aware, we're going to be dealing with some wet roadways for your morning commute along the Wasatch Front and points to the north and east. And then as we go into the afternoon, that'll start to shift to the east and also to the southeast across central sections. But here comes that second wave Thursday evening and the Thursday night. That gives us widespread rain, and rain mixing with and changing over to snow and across most of the higher elevations as we get into your Friday morning. It's going to be more of a wintry-like scene by the time we get towards Friday with those colder temperatures and that precipitation around. So expected snowfall totals, the Cottonwoods about 18 to 24 inches, the Wasatch Mountains south of I-80 about 10 to 18 inches, central and southern mountains about 8 to 16 inches, the Uinta Mountains about 7 to 18 inches or slightly higher in some of the top mountains there, and even the Wasatch Plateau about 2 to 6 inches of snow on the way. If you don't see the snow, look at the liquid. We're talking a quarter to up to an inch of precipitation across most of the Beehive State, and if that wasn't enough, we've got freeze watches in effect for parts of the Beehive State as well as we see those temperatures dropping both Friday night and Saturday night. So St. George, 81 degrees, showers returning late Thursday night, off and on rain for your Friday with the wind as well. Much colder, only in the upper 50s in St. George by the time we get towards your Thursday and Friday afternoon. And then notice the Wasatch Front, 60s tomorrow. That'll be a cool down. Then we're in the 40s, rain and snow mix, and yeah, just chilly through the weekend.
Ooh, a lot has changed since we were in St. George last week.
Very different.
And there's a football game in Provo.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
Hey,
best of luck to them.
Yes.
Bundle up. BYU Cougars will be out for revenge this Friday when they